When I was little, I used to play a game with my mom called the feelings game, where she'd name an emotion and I would intentionally get into that state, going back and forth between different emotions. I would build awareness of what each emotion felt like, then release the emotion and create the next one she'd name. I now see how powerful and deep that game truly was, because here I am now, feeling, releasing, and amazingly enough, creating intentional emotions that match my desired reality. This is already my favorite video to be released, so we're getting right into things. So how do emotions play into creating your life experience? Consciousness is both the cause and the substance of everything. That's not to say everything is conscious. Consciousness consists of two parts of the whole, the conscious and the subconscious. Consciousness is the masculine energy. It generates ideas that impress on the subconscious. And the subconscious is the feminine energy that receives ideas and gives objective form and expression to those ideas. The conscious and subconscious communicate through thoughts and feelings, but especially feelings. The subconscious mind accepts these thoughts and feelings as true and projects this objectified version into your reality. This means we have control over our reality through imagination, that is, through our intentional feelings and thoughts, as well as through choice in which feelings and thoughts we choose to entertain. The key words here are intention and choice. We have to be intentional with what we are going to expose our minds to, and choose to let go of those feelings and thoughts that do not serve our greater good. The word disease, when broken down, literally means dis-ease, not being at ease. In holding on to emotions that do not serve us, we risk disease in our bodies and in our minds. Emotion is very powerful. Thoughts with no emotion have much less power, but both thoughts and emotion are extremely powerful when combined. So since our subconscious mind is accepting of what we feed it, you can see how not having control of your emotions can create disaster in your reality. And now I use the word disaster specifically because the word disaster comes from the compound dis, which expresses negation, and astrum, which relates to the stars. When we look at the history of the word, it originally meant something much closer to trouble caused by misalignment in the stars. All that being said, how do we keep ourselves out of trouble and stay in alignment with our higher selves? If you have a thought you don't want to add energy to, refuse to give it the power of your emotion. If unwanted emotions happen to arise, be intentional with creating a new emotion around it. For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic or did you wrong in some way, the first thing that might pop in your head is, wow, that's an ass. We don't even have context behind that person's action. It could have been an accident for all we know. And two, if he did do it on purpose, that person is carrying enough negative energy. The least the world needs is to send him more. The outside mirrors our inside, and that applies to all of us simultaneously. So we have this unwanted thought that popped up that he's an ass, and probably feelings of maybe anger or hurt. First, we acknowledge, accept, and let go of negative emotions that arise, becoming aware that they do not serve us or the world. And instead, we choose to think from the feeling of love while sending it their way. Now, by doing that, you have chosen to serve yourself for the higher good, raising your vibrational frequency, the other person's, and the entire world you live in. Your general mood and mental chatter throughout the day is also communicating to your subconscious. If you're entertaining negative thoughts while holding on to emotions that are weighing you down, you're going to create and project more of that experience. So it's really important to be aware of your moods. I have found myself in the past not even realizing I was in a bad mood. I was unconsciously creating from a negative state of emotion. I was holding onto this emotion without even realizing it. You have to practice becoming aware of how you are feeling, and knowing why might help you let go. Forgiveness is essentially letting go. Wherever the negative energies came from, they're not yours to hold on to. To intentionally change your feelings is to change your destiny. Feel the feeling of the state you want to experience and practice staying in that state through meditation or intention as long as is needed to create that state in your external world. Because what you feel is true is true. To counter a feeling you don't want expressed into your world, create a stronger one. For example, I am is stronger than I feel. So if you're feeling negative emotions in the moment, be careful of how you're interpreting them. Rather than thinking I am sad and speaking this temporary emotion into your state of being, I feel sad would be more appropriate. Now, when creating new thoughts and emotions, rather than thinking I am not strong or even I am not weak, using the words I am strong while creating the feeling that would be present if that were true would be the most powerful statement. Because again, what you feel with 100% certainty is true will be true. Controlling your thoughts and emotions takes intention and awareness, but it is possible. The more negativity pops in your head in ways you feel you didn't consent to, the more you need to intentionally counter these mental programs. This is coming from someone who was born a very emotional creature and had to work very hard at developing and maintaining the emotional control I have today. So you're definitely not alone. If you feel this is impossible for you, I am living proof it is possible. Creating emotional states is the key needed to create a world you want to live in. Learn to control your feelings, learn to control your life. Please share this message with anyone who might benefit from it, and I'll see you in the next one.